And slowly but surely, the flamboyance grows. Okay, so let's take stock of what we actually have in this car. So like what parts are good, what parts are crap. You know, actually know what we're looking at here. Okay, so I can't look at them while I'm paused. That's kind of annoying. So we have a small gas tank. Let me find myself somewhere I can write this down so I can look at it at a glance. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to grab a pen or a pencil because then I'm going to also finish my cake, so I'll be right back. Right, because I'm going to write down the parts that we can replace that we have improvements. So we have a small gas tank. Don't like it. The battery's fine. We can't do anything about the engine. We have performance muffler. Our tires are performance tires, so they can just stay the way they are. Alright, we have regular brakes. We have performance suspension, so this is actually going better than I thought it would. Yeah, so I mean, it looks like just brakes and the gas tank are the only thing on this car that are kind of crap. The rest is all pretty good. So let's take a look at the vehicles we got around here and see if any of these have a good gas tank or not. Small gas tank. And only the large vehicles matter. All the other vehicles wouldn't be compatible. Standard gas tanks, that one's a little better. I think I want to wait for I think it's big gas tank is the largest. Alright, normal brakes. There we go. So I want the black van's gas tank. Alright. It recommends 5. And we have to empty the gas tank first. Okay. We can do that. I say as I'm going, wait a second. Do we have vehicles that aren't full in gas to even put this in? No, don't put the gas in the vehicle. I'm trying to take the gas out of it. Let's think this through. There we go. This car's got space. He said, they'll take the gas tank out and I'll start, I believe you can weld it up and do all that. Ooh, was there different rated mufflers? I don't know. We'll deal with that after we get rid of this gas. Yeah, so you're full. This also all works out, you know, put all this gas in here. Because if I ever just make like an oops and don't fill up my stuff, like the generator kicks off, whatever, I have a bunch of gas in reserve. Cool. This will probably empty it off. Guess we'll have one more gas can, maybe. That's fine. Yep, safe to say that's done. Cool. Let's put away this gas real fast. Grab our tools, because then I need to grab the gas can out of that. Then we'll start welding material up to try and fully repair it. I think the wrench is all I should need for this. There is different mufflers. Okay, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, so what do I need to repair it? Metal sheets. Okay. Put you on the ground. We've torn apart a bunch of buildings over here where we have metal sheets all over the place. So let's just drive over and grab a bunch of metal sheets and put in the back of the truck. Okay, it doesn't look like we had any metal sheets in this one. That's fine. I don't remember which places we've looted and which ones we haven't. I had some strawberries growing most of the winter, but like it was way slower. Like technically they do grow. You have to water them yourself because it, you know, it snows, it doesn't rain. So that's a whole thing. But you can actually farm during the winter. I miss taking apart the stuff in this room. Ah, gotcha. That could be the case. I just know it's less efficient. I didn't bother actually doing the work. It's just like, okay, well, if I'm going to get less out of it, I'd rather spend my time working on other things. That reminds me, I'm going to finish this cake, so I'm going to put this screen up. And I'm going to trigger the next thing to be taken apart. And have some cake. I'm going to pause. There's no reason to die this way. Okay. I would guess so, Burn and Sun. The catch being, keep in mind that if plants are planted too long without being harvested, they will eventually rot. Like that happened to us with the potatoes recently. So you can't, like, you'd have to be very specific about trying to time it. Honestly, it's probably more effort than is absolutely necessary for any of it. Especially since if you wait till plants are seeding, they're effectively renewable. It's not like there's a big reason to spend the time to do it. Yeah, so I got a bunch of metal plates in the back of a bunch of these places and all that. We had previously gone through and taken things apart and didn't bother dragging it all home. I have no idea how much metal I need, so let's grab this and just see how much repairs we get out of that. Because I think we have a total of 6 metal sheets and something like 4 small metal sheets. My assumption being the full-size metal sheets repair a lot more than the small ones. For a giant gas tank, actually. Oh, cool. That was pretty much as I could want out of it for one go. Any other parts that you need to repair on this while I've got it? Front left door is pretty much destroyed. Trunk is in bad shape. What a gain of skill in? Metalworking, excellent. Nice. Okay, so I need my screwdriver. No screwdriver. No screwdriver. What am I? Oh, I have to probably uninstall the left front window first. Cool, and now I put it back. Making our car all nice. Put the window back. Okay, so we won't mess with the suspension yet because it recommends we have a higher skill for it. Let's see. Can't repair the window, that's fine. I don't care about the lights, that's fine. Alright, Darkstrider, you sleep well. Alright, so I need parts to do that. That's fine, I don't need to do any of that stuff. Okay, so we actually have a performance muffler, so we're good there. So now I need to take the gas out of this tank. Still nothing I can do with that. Darkstrider deleting their points says, you know what, I got too many of these, they're too heavy, get them out of here. Okay, so let's ditch these metal plates real fast. She also should look at what it takes. Where should I even put the metal plates? That's fine, they can just go in here. I was going to say is I should check saw what we need to make ourselves some traps. Actually, not going to worry about the traps right now. Excuse me. Because just remember, for the traps, I need to check on them like pretty much daily, and I'm like, we're not going to do that. That's nothing that's going to realistically happen. Let's see, where did I... Okay, the extra gas cans are back here. Because I need to empty this gas tank. Then once this one's empty, I take the small gas tank, put it in the van, put the big gas tank in this. That way this vehicle is still usable. Just, we're making the fire truck the better vehicle. Like I said, the only thing we're missing right now is, I believe, performance brakes. And thank you everyone who's been tuning in, who's been lurking, chatting, following, subscribing, doing the bits, the hosts, the donos, the raids, and all of that good stuff. It all helps and I really do appreciate it. I do hope you are enjoying the stream. There should be the last gas out of this thing, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe one more? Nope, that's it. Alright, let's take out the gas tank that's in here first. Reed says, glad I could catch you live finally. Heard great things about the stream, and I was not misguided. Awesome. I have been blown away by just how... What's the words I want to use? Like, how many people have said such wonderful things about the stream. Like, I'm like, maybe people will enjoy it. Like, we'll see. And then people are like, no, it's excellent. I still think one of the two things I would say have been like the best thing was like maybe I actually have. Yeah, supportive is one I would definitely go with. It's not the word I was going for, but it is very, very close enough to the point I'm going to go with it. I couldn't tell you what the word is I am going for. But the two things that, well, three things that kind of blew me away was, first of all, there's people I've been watching their streams forever. Like Ziggy D and Buana. And then having people like them raid me was just something I never expected. Like actually having both of them at different points pop into my channel and just chit-chat, and I'm like, why is this person paying attention to me? Dang, your voice to text thing is really accurate. I put a lot of effort into trying to get that thing to be on point, because as someone who, you know, helps with people with disabilities and all that, like a bad voice to text is like worse than no voice to text. It would be better to not have voice to text if it's crap than it is to have it. Because you can imagine if it's getting 1 out of every 4 words wrong, if you can just imagine trying to read sentences where 25% of the words in those sentences are wrong, like it's infuriating. It's like unusably bad. But so that was the big one, like having people who I've looked up to for a long time, not because I had no intention of streaming. Like streaming was something I did just for I've mentioned this a number of times in the chat or in the channel. Where this channel started was I was playing GTA RP with a couple of people and all that, and we had a week that there's going to be some people who weren't going to be able to be awake, which is RP for they're not going to be online. And so they're very much feeling the feeling of being left out, not because of like anything anyone else is doing, just their personal life circumstances making it so they couldn't be on, and everything in RP moves just unreasonably fast. So I was like, you know what, I have the means of streaming. Like, I had booted up a stream once for like maybe 15-20 minutes just to see if it'd work, and never did more with it. And so I was like, you know what, yeah, sure, I can stream this for y'all. That's no problem. Like, I'll do that. You know, let you vicariously enjoy all that. And so then what ended up happening is, like, I did the first stream, and then I basically streamed every single day since then, with the only exception of I had a week-long vacation planned before streaming became anything. So, you know, I took that week-long vacation because it wasn't going to be at my computer to do stuff. And then there's been like 1 or 2 one-off days that, you know, stuff was going on that I wouldn't be able to stream. But otherwise, it's been every single day since. But I'm like, the second thing, getting back to my original point, the second thing that's like such a big thing is just randomly hopping into someone's channel who I had never met before. Like, it's just like, oh, hey, there's this other person playing Project Zomboid. It's time to wrap up my stream. I'm going to raid this person. They got like 14 viewers or whatever, you know. Someone helped me out and like threw me a bone when I was first starting, and that's what picked my channel up. I'm going to go do that for them, and I try and do that regularly. And I hop in their channel, and there's someone in chat like, this is the guy I told you about. Like, this is the one I told you about, the one you need to check out. I'm like, I'm apparently the guy? And so it's like, hearing that kind of, you know, just made you feel really good. Because, you know, like, I didn't know who this person was. I was just doing something nice. I was like, hey, apparently they know of me. There's been all that. And then just all the people who've said such like nice things, you know, going on, like, hey, like, your content's great, keep doing it, you know, throwing bits and subs and all that sort of stuff. And when I first like did the first stream, I was under the impression that like I would be lucky if I saw more than 12 viewers at any point in time, like as like the peak, not like average. And then when I finally decided, you know, like, hey, you know what, we can make affiliate. Like, I'll put the effort in. I think we can make affiliate. And that was a slog to get there. And for the record, affiliate is getting an average of 5 viewers. And I got stuck at like 3.5 for a ridiculous long time. Not actually that ridiculous. In hindsight, it's fairly fast compared to a lot of people. But it felt like I was just stuck on that for a while. And the thing that got me out is someone dropped a big raid on me with Project Zomboid while I was playing Project Zomboid, and people liked the content, so they kept coming back, and we've just grown little by little every day. Okay, that should do. I'll grab a couple of these, or not, that's fine. Yeah, so it's been a wild ride. Because, like, I never expected anything to come of it, and then, you know, like, where things have been at, and now it's like, I can make partner. Like, we're not there yet, but if things keep moving the direction we're moving, I can make partner. Yeah, and I've had people come from all sorts of things. I still think probably the primary way people find my channel more than anything else is raids. Both me raiding people and being raided. Why am I trying to drive away at 7 p.m. towards Riverside, where we'll all you know, absolutely 100% without question get caught in the middle of the night kind of thing. But yeah, because I mean, and it's funny, before Trustin raided me while I was playing Project Zomboid, my main game would have been RimWorld so far as audience viewership. Because like that would get into the teens of viewers, whereas in hindsight, like as much as I have fun as I had with GTRP, like from a viewer standpoint, the type of RP I was doing would be absolutely boring. Oh, the strawberries are done. Absolutely boring beyond boring. Being just, that isn't me going, oh, like, whatever. Just looking back at it, my character in RP tend to be a bit of a wallflower, tend to be a very supportive character of others, people's stuff. Didn't have too much stuff he himself was initiating. Beyond driving recklessly, he certainly did tons of that. But he kept that on the down low. Which, for the record, when you look at the avatar you see all over the place, that's not supposed to be me, the person. That's supposed to be my character from GTRP. Which is why, like, there's no facial hair and all. Well, I mean, technically, my RP character had, like, scruff. But yeah. But, like, that's the reason why there's always the gray beret and the scarf. That was the two things I put on my RP character to make them super distinguished. To the point that, like, even the one time I had my character go incognito, because in character, I thought I was being hunted by one of the gangs. Out of character, I 100% knew my character was completely safe from any threat of that nature. Like, the people who had shot Marcus's friend didn't know who Marcus was or care. But in character, Marcus is right there when his friend got shot and thought he was the target as well. But yeah, so that content though was just not a good fit for the channel. Then I was very tired of RP. There's just a lot of stuff that, you know, nothing wrong, just not a good fit. Both for that and for me continuing to play. Because it was one of those things that when you do GTRP, do you know what other games you're playing? You're not playing other games because you don't have time for it. It's the same thing that happens when the Path of Exile League starts. If you're playing Path of Exile, do you know what you're doing? You're playing Path of Exile because you don't have time to play anything else. So as much as I'd love to play the new league, there's just no time. I guess I'm going to go kill a bunch more fish. I was trying to decide what I'm doing with my time, so might as well get some more fish. And where this says, oh, there's no abundance, it's not a bug so much as it doesn't refresh until you actually fish. Meanwhile, while that's happening, I'm going to lower my desk again. In Rosewood itself, not that I'm aware of, but just a little bit south of Rosewood. Yeah, I think it's southwest of Rosewood. There is a gas station and a drive-in movie theater. Just northwest of that gas station and drive-in movie theater, there is a pond you can fish in. I can show where it's on the map here in a second. I'm just going to put my desk back to seating. Hey, Red Sloth, how's it going? Alright, I should not have fished that long, but I was around my desk, it's fine. Means we will get a little bit of a late start towards Riverside, but that's okay. But Red Sloth, it's going pretty well. How about yourself? Gotcha. And then Petrocorpse says, there's a pretty nice house near that too to hole up in by the pond. Yeah. I personally actually really like the drive-in movie theater. I know, like, objectively you have to build a whole bunch of stuff to make it a good defense. It's just kind of a fun place. I did start a character that I had intended to make that a base, and it just never happened. Like we got started, and then I think we got killed or whatever. I can't remember what happened to that character. There's been many characters. You lose track after a while. Like, you'll see rounds that I'm going, wait a second, do I already have the generator magazine? Wait, do I have herbalism? And I just can't remember because so much. Generally speaking, when it comes to making salads, you want to do a bunch of different ingredients. It's better to do, like, no more than 2 of the same ingredient twice. But I've gotten to the point, I just do random until I see the same ingredient show up twice, and that's it. I can't be bothered to go through and say, alright, choose one of those, choose one of those, choose one of those, choose one of those. It takes too long.